In every case, really, a person needs to, very, very important, if it analyze the source of the toxicity, it could just be a person, an individual. It might not basically go organization-wide. So if it's a person who you're working closely with, and that person is constituting toxicity to your well-being, you find ways to distance from that person as much as is in your power. So if there are toxic personalities in the workplace, so what I would advise the person to do is, if you don't have close working relationship with the person, try as much as possible to avoid it. So that's the first level. You look for how to avoid it. And it's very important that people avoid toxicity in the workplace as much as they can. And then you now think of, when we talk about the second thing to do, basically, is to find a safe place to express.
Okay.
You have to be able to express yourself to someone, or just process what you're feeling from that, to really understand what it means and all that. And then you report it. Very important to report such toxic behavior towards you, or whatever it is. Report it to the authorities or whoever it's in a big position to.
But if
do
you report
something about.
sometimes, it might not even have any effect on you. Maybe
okay,
it will just cause you more harm. But that's what I believe.
Exactly. So that's where, when you, in such cases, this is because I was coming to that. I'm just taking it step by step, based on the level.
All right.
So if it's organization wide, that means it starts top down. Those ones are very, very difficult to avoid, because it's all encompassing in the organization. It's not like a bottled up silo toxic. So there might be some departments that are toxic you can excuse yourself from, or all that. But if it's organization wide and it's deep seated, then you need to begin to think about an exit plan, or whatever it is that will get you out of there fast as possible. So when we talk about reporting, it might not just be reporting to the authorities within.
Okay.
You need to, because most of the behavior could constitute criminal behavior that you can report to authorities outside, which, it's important to do, because whatever is happening to you can also be happening to others, especially if there's life or some risk, serious life-threatening risks, or highly psychologically threatening risks involved in that. So it should be reported. And then exit planning is actually what someone needs to do. You just get out of there. Assess the level of danger and get out of there as well, because there are other workplaces, there are other places you can work. I know there are people who are kind of forced to remain in such places because they don't have a choice. But people really need to weigh the implications of remaining. Someone might say, okay, because it's not affecting me physically, my life is not at risk. You forget that psychologically it has an impact and it can affect them badly. So we encourage that, these things people should be, in the cases where authorities are not involved, when it's reported, such interventions can happen that can, change everything all through, and, make life better for people. But these are the steps to take. If you measure the risk involved, please, 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 if it's something that is highly risky, you take it out. If it's something that you can manage it for a while, you think about, and also learn lessons. If it's something that is not too impactful to your well-being, so learn the lessons you can learn, and then work on an exit plan.